everybody, and welcome to our very first in-training session about our light, about our light cell energy body. This is predetermined long before we ever got here, and it is subsequently very awesome in the making. It's a reverberation that is heard along the timelines of light. I just want to make a short introduction to those of you who are not familiar with how we speak or how we release our frequency here of light. We are a channel. We are a multi-dimensional channel of light. So as we come through to speak with you, we are generations of beings who come through multiple timelines to speak with you. And then there is our officiating presence here on this planet, and she correlates all the energy for you. So I'm just going to step in. I'm Cynthia. I am the frequency body of light here on the planet Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. And I work through these multiple layers of timelines with different time lords, space and time, with my higher energy frequency, that is divine, my higher angelic line, in other words. I work with archangelic memories, memory codes of light, the mastership codes of light. I work with multidimensional frequencies of light beings who are off planet and on world, our world. And all of this is corrugated into one speech, one thought, one light. And we download energy at a very high rate of speed of light. Whenever certain questions come up, we look at it across various timelines. So there's not always just one way of viewing things. There are many realms to check into, many books of light. You know, in your old libraries you used to go to before the internet, and you would sit down at a table and you'd gather up all these big old ancient texts, encyclopedias and so on, and you would gather information from each and every one of them. And this is what it's like speaking to you. We reverberate all of our timeline energy through to you. So we have a rhythm, we have a rhyme, we have a way of refractoring time for you. When we need a certain concrete example from Cynthia, let's say, she will interject with her own memory codes, with her own experiences along her particular timeline. And this is how we reach you, this is how we teach you the light. The light cell angular body of light is our frequency of light. It's what we shine out to everyone. They see it in one manner or another. Some are more highly trained and aware of those higher lights, and they see the person for who they are. Other people, they come from denser, darker lights or lines of time. They're not refractoring from their higher mind, so they cannot reach the higher divine lines of time. Their angelic codes are still there, but they haven't been brought online. So for people who are with us now, whom we're speaking with and clearing through your energy lines of time, we would like to say that everyone comes in on the diamond ray. It's a higher frequency of light. This is all about the language of light. We refractor everyone's higher insight into this transcendent body of light. And if we no longer can correlate our lines of time along these light, cell, energy, frequency bodies of light, then we're no longer feeding into our higher insight. So everything we speak with you about, everything we teach, everything we talk about, everything we project in our thoughts, in our images, are about reaching the higher frequencies of time, of your timelines, your divinity lines of time. There the angelic codes reside. They are the ones that help you to shift your energy light into your higher encoded insight. That's your higher light. That's what you're reaching for. In this planetary reference of time and space, in other words, Mother Gaia and her human race, we are above board with you. We delineate which line of time, which sign is a more appropriate one for your divinity line. And we encourage you to find the time to go back and learn about your past lines of time. Within them, they hold the keys to your success. From your down lines of time, your old past frequencies, forward to your future divine lines of time. And if we can reprocess them with you, then we are significantly higher in our thoughts with you. The thought realm generates higher frequencies of light. And this is where we encourage you to reach for in your highest insight, because all thoughts become light. So if you are reaching for your highest light, you are therefore coming from your highest thought wave of light. And all of this pre-engineering that was done for you before you came into incarnation on this planet, all of the information was revised from higher timelines, so you would be less distraught when you entered this realm, this sphere of knowledge, this sphere of light, because you were not feeling the energy here was very bright. You were linguists in your own right. You knew which avenue to negotiate. You knew which declension to reach for. You also reprocessed your higher line of time long before you ever arrived here. And your divine mind knows which way the reprocessing should go, so that you'll be happier with your energy flow. And in this chronic line of time that is less divine, we are resurging your energy to a more prosperous time. So all of these languages of light who come through to you to speak with you, they're encouraging you and motivating you to higher light in your energy field. Every one of us carries a divine line of time. Somewhere within the mathematics of the mind, we are involved with higher frequencies and higher matters of time. And when we divulge new truths along these lines, we become reincorporated to the higher divine mind. This resuscitates the lower energy lines and proves to them that they are worthwhile and that they need to move through that onslaught of energy on this planet, and move into the higher realms of thought and being, those wavelengths of time, because all thought is a wavelength. All light projects those visions of light. So all your thoughts that you think on this planet are incorporated into a capsule of time, and they're realigned with others, with other beings, frequencies of time. So you're all here, you're caught up in like a web of time, okay, like a net, and it holds you. And as you're processing through all of the dimensions of thought with what you do, like where you came from, where you're going to, what is your divine line, which one is it, which ones are of lesser divine minds or lesser lines of time, all of these thoughts get coordinated onto your higher line of time so you can move forward into that divinity space. If you are not frequently looking at the old lines of time, you will get lost in outer space because you will be stationed on lines that were not full of grace. So, you see, it's very important to work on these lines of time, whether they're divine lines of time, less divine lines of time, they're all divinity lines of time. We're just working through which ones, which momentums of light carry you forward to the frequency that you want to be on. And when you clear this planet, when you go offline and out of this world's atmosphere, you're in your own divine energy. There's no one else other than you in your specific energy line of time. So you're always coordinating your higher mind with the outer realms of being so that you can search through and see which lines are more auspicious. In other words, which ones are higher, lighter, brighter for you to transcend onto. When you move out of the time and space encapsulation that we are in on this timeline now. So when you're moving through your divinity tract of light, you want to spark your energy very bright. You want to spark it to your highest height. So how does that frequency come to the highest light? That is the biggest question for those of us who are engineered on this planet to beings of higher light. We were once upon a time pre-engineered to be rewired on this specific line of time. And all of our energy is less divine if we're not moving onto our divinity line. So this is our time to move forward. This is the frequency of light that we have been looking for. We've been searching for it since eternity began. All of our frequencies of light in matter care about us. They care which wavelength we're on. They care about which delineation of time waves we're residing in. And we're all working from one frame of mind, one area of thought. And as we project these thoughts into the future, we create wavelengths of time that are way more divine than our ancestors. Their ancestral team of light wasn't very bright because they were leaders in their own right, but they were working on other lines of time that were not very bright. So they could only work with what they had, in other words. I mean, if you're going to have an example, a concrete example in physical matter, it's like you're wanting to bake a cake. And you go to your cupboard, you go to the cabinets in the kitchen, and you find some flour and maybe some yeast. And you don't have enough of it, though, to make a whole, like, let's say, a cake or a loaf of bread. You can only make, let's say, a little tiny muffin. That's all you can work with. That's all you can do. That's the best you can do given your circumstances. So on their plane of reference, in their circumstance of light, that was the best they could do. It was their best choice not to hinder their higher light with their low way of being. So they made offshoots in different planes of reference, in other words, in different worlds, in different lights, light cell systems. And they became very bright because they sent out a message to the higher beings of light, off-world, off-planet, to incorporate their light to help them reach a higher light. So it's like you say to yourself, well, I don't want a muffin. I really do want a cake or a loaf of bread. So what can I do? I'll go over to my neighbor. She will have all of those ingredients that I am lacking at the moment. And she will be able to help me fulfill what I want to do today. And she goes over, knocks on the door, gets the lady of the house, offers her something in return, like the lady is out of milk. So she brings her a carton of milk. And she said, now can I borrow the sugar and the icing and all these other ingredients that I need to make what I want to make? And she says, by all means, I have plenty. Loads to spare, in fact. How much would you like? Take what you need. And so that's what you do. You have a combined effort. Lady is out of milk. She needs it for making something that she needs with that ingredient. And then we're happy because we're able to bake our cake or our loaf of bread. So it's a win-win energetic situation. So the higher beings of light came onto the planet and they filled us with more light in our light cellular body. Our angular field of light required more light to boost us, like a rocket ship off of the planet. You need a lot of boost to get off the planet. It's dense, it's heavy, it's darker, it's more obstructed in the light. We got that boost, and we brought on many beings of light who brought the planetary reference, which is Mother Earth, to light. And we all restored our higher insight. Our third eye, divine mind, came online. We saw who we were, where we were from, why we were working with these particular lines of time. We were all encoded in the higher light. But some beings of light withdrew their light. They didn't want to process on this higher light or this higher divine line of time. They withdrew their sources, their source code, frequency, energy, bodies of light, and they went to another time and space, a little bit darker, but that was part of the engineering program. It was to make a division in the higher race. So partly some could explore the lesser lines of time, and partly some could do much more. And now we're all being drawn back together. It's like a team of light who split up and gone their way, done their work and their exercises in the light, and they've come back from their exploration and said, okay, this is what we've learned. This is why we're here. We're all pre-engineered to work. And we are reflecting that light into higher streams of light, higher bodies of light. We're all a light cell energy frequency body of light. All of us are encapsulated in light via our highest frequency light. So when we've all come to be encapsulated again in the light, we know which direction, which field of energy we want to be in. We've learned the lessons of the past darker lines of time. We've reprocessed our higher mind. And we're giving our light to the higher frequencies of the third eye, mind. This is our higher mind in matter. This is our material body, our matter. We are a frequency of light in matter. Our whole energy body surrounding this physical frame is of a higher light. And it teaches us which way is right for us. We are responsible for these higher vessels of light. And how we entrain them now is where we're going to end up or be later. So this frequency of light on your planet now is a frequency that is showing the way as to which refractoring energy will bring you to your higher way of being. It's simply a matter of testing the lines of time. So as you are refractoring through the divinity mind, it's clearing your lesser lines of time. So everybody, dark matter, light matter, come together in one thought. And they create the essence of your planet, of your world. Mother Gaia comes online. She reinstitutes her higher divine mind, and then everybody can play at a level playing field. It's all one divine mind. Those who are still resisting the higher light and are choosing to be in lower energy or in fear, it's fear of the light is what it is. They are remanufacturing their own light at a different pace and in a different world and in a different time. It will all be reprocessed on different lines of time. But our planet and our world is all set now for being in the highest divine line of time. So to reach that highest mind, the third eye mind, you cannot be third eye mind blind. You must resuscitate the higher mind. And that means all of the instructional workings. I'm pointing to the third eye. This is your sixth chakra of light, but it's your third eye. It's the connection to the pineal and the understanding of the spiritual realm. Okay? If these frequencies of light are not binding you into that center core of light within you, then you will not have the higher understanding. So everything about our wavelengths of light bring us to the higher way of being, understanding, knowing how to do it. Instead of you going out into your car and you want to take a drive, you turn the key on, pedal to the metal, and you drive. You don't often know how that car actually functions. You just know you put the key in the lock and turn it, the car turns on. You've been taught how to operate that machine, gas pedal, brake, and away you go. But now It's going to be like you have new information and all of a sudden you understand the exact detailed workings of that vehicle and how the gas goes through the gas lines and into the engine and the starter button. You're going to understand how the brakes work with the fluid, the brake fluid, and the connection to the tires, the wheels. You're going to understand the flow of how that body works. And likewise, we will be understanding our higher energy flows of time, the wavelengths that are divine, the thoughts that get us there, the engineering that we thought didn't care. We already know that workings in the light. It's already there. So we're primed and ready to go. These higher frequencies have already come onto the planet, and they are fielding you into the higher light. Understanding how the reverberations in light work is another matter, because we're not quite there yet in the understanding of the frequency of light. We're being shown about frequencies of light. We're understanding a little bit about how to make the frequency lighter and brighter, but we're not there yet in the cerebral understanding of light and the light wave system on this particular planet of light. Everything works through the thought system of light. And this is what we're going to be entraining you with and in with the next episodes that we delineate to you. So this is our introductory speech to you. We have reprocessed all of the light for you. We are inviting you to come along and learn more about your lessons in the light and how thought waves can create your highest insight to reverberate in your highest stream of light. So join us and be frequency free of all fear, all negativity, all darker delineations on older past lifetimes. Relinquish those thoughts and come along with us, and we will instruct the details into the depths of the brain, and the understanding will no longer be limited. Blessings, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our first dynamic session of light, and we will continue on with more instructional videos about how to turn on your highest light. This is the Transcendent Course of Light. Thank you. Bye for now.